Alright. Hello, everyone. As you can tell, we're going to be playing Yugoslavia. I'm actually going to follow through with one of my own premises, suggestions, whatever you want to call it. We're going to be playing Yugoslavia, and we're going to be going down the, limited self-government path. We're going to be letting all these guys develop themselves. And when we finally reunite, it'll be just about 1938, somewhere in 1938. And we're going to be tagging to all of them to get their focuses completed. Once again, we're going to be doing this just to show you how quickly you could do this if you don't have the AI in control of all those puppets, and if you actually have not a player in control, but okay, so let me get this straight. We're going to be simulating a player in control of the focuses. In reality, if the player was in control, then we would have, by the end of this, a better stockpile of guns, some divisions, some extra divisions, and they would have used political power in order to do certain things with their military staff and their laws and government, so that they could be of just that little bit extra benefit. On top of that, they would be building their own shit in their own provinces. So this isn't going to be fully one-to-one in terms of that. This will show us how much industry we would have if we had players in control of all of our puppets. Now, once again, I'm not going to do that to my friends. I don't even have enough friends to fulfill all the puppets. So that's not happening. And what I mean by I don't want to do that to my friends, I don't want to make like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 puppets, and then get rid of them all at once, and the players just have, like, nowhere to go. All the nations have been taken over by AI, and they're trash. You know what I'm saying? So, that's not happening. So, disclaimer out of the way, this is our setup. We got one tank division, all of our infantry over there. We haven't done anything with those divisions. Let's see. We've got a bunch on artillery. We're making convoys. This is our what's it called? Do I have infrastructure? Improve Serbian rail network. Montenegro, Serbia, Moravia, West Banat, Southern Serbia. Okay, and then this one, Baka, North Slovenia, Dalmatia, and 12 others. Serbia, Moravia, West Banat. Okay. So, I don't need infrastructure in Moravia, Serbia, Southern Serbia? southern Serbia. And then those are the research zones. Okay. Always go down this path because it gives you that steel, juicy steel in Moravia. Which increases it from... What's 20% of 4? 20% of 5 is 1. 20% of 4, it has to be 25%, right? So that means this is just standard 5, right? Base 3. Infrastructure times 1.3 supply routes. What does supply routes mean? I don't get it. What the hell does supply routes mean? Does that just... Oh, we have a supply hub here, and that gives us supply? A supply route? I don't... Now I'm curious. Hold on. Okay. We've got a save here. I see. We can... What was that at? I need to remember what it was at. 1.2. Okay, so... That's the capital. Instant construction enabled. Hello? So what, that just doesn't work with? Hello? Guess it just doesn't work with railroads then. Okay, does that... Oh. Tag Yugo. Nothing. What if we did this? Nope. What does that mean, supply routes? I don't get it. Is it always 1.2? Oh! That is so interesting. Okay. Okay. And then we supply it. Put it into the rail network. $1.2. Wow. And you do this and it doesn't matter, right? Herzegovina. And it doesn't matter until you do this. Dang! Okay. That is interesting. That is very interesting. Alright. Cool. Tag you. Boom, boom, boom. Tag Jer. Save game. Tag you. Okay. That's that solved. Alright. Alright. We have completed this focus. We're gonna be moving down to this one. And we're gonna check. Alright, they're doing the correct one. So, we're going to take a save. And we're gonna leave it at that. Also, I see no point in keeping these ones. I'm not gonna be revisiting that game. And delete that one too. Alright. Okay. So we started on airframes here. I meant to do that at the very beginning, but I had already recorded it. And we were doing these two. It doesn't really matter. We're going to go down to basic mediums. We're going to obviously get the engine. We're going to get all the basic stuff. And then we're going to be switching over to getting some battleship hulls. Now, we don't need any of the extra belts. We just need the level 1 belt. So we can just go to basic heavy ship and that'll be it. We will need light batteries, but that will come eventually. Not immediately. We have gone ahead for trade interdiction because trade interdiction gives us this. And Blockade Runner is a great trait. It is honestly very underestimated. Retreat decision chance, fleet speed while retreating. Fleet speed while retreating is fucking great that allows you to get out of battle faster. So while you're retreating, you're not getting shot at as much, and also you get a debuff while you're retreating to like accuracy and hit rate. So less chance of that happening. Blockade Runner, great trait. Also, naval speed, naval damage, fucking great. And you can combine that with something else. Retreat chance after initial stage. Retreat speed after initial stage. Base strike, mass carrier fleet. Massed carrier fleet, okay. Fleet speed while retreating. Screening bonus when using only capital ships. Fleet in being. Retreat decision chance. Fleet O. Fleet coordination, visibility, naval AA. Okay. Base strike. Does that mean we need base strike now? Fleet in being. What does trade interdiction give us base? Naval targeting, sortie efficiency, naval detection, submarine attack, convoy rating efficiency, escort efficiency, torpedo reveal trance, strike force, org loss, surface detection, organization, convoy rating efficiency, capital ship armor, battleship, organization, naval AA, capital ship attack, escort efficiency, naval mine laying efficiency, torpedo reveal chance, strike force org loss. Port strikes, organization, naval targeting, sortie efficiency, naval detection, naval air agility from carriers, carrier overcrowding, escort efficiency, torpedo reveal chance. You either have to go for one of these, and I'm leaning towards this one because battlecruisers are king. We love battlecruisers. And then just going carriers. Which was it? Massed carrier fleet. Interesting. Okay, so we would want to switch off of trade interdiction to go for base strike so that we can get light task forces, which would allow us to retreat faster after the initial stage. Whatever the initial stage is. Naval supply consumption, shore bombardment, naval fuel consumption. Okay, so these two are great. Convoy speed while retreating. Escort efficiency. Screening efficiency. Fleet coordination. Nighttime attack. Naval AA attack. Surface visibility. Anti-air max speed. Organization. Armor. Convoy rating. Convoy speed while retreating. Max range factor. Retreat chance after initial stage. Fleet speed while retreating. Ship recovery rate. Dockyard output. Fuel usage. Minus 25%. Okay. Base strike. Yes, we shall save up for that. As for everything else, we have Macedonia that's on track, a Kosovo that isn't, and a Montenegro that isn't. So, tag Kos. You, my friend, can get off of army effort and go on to industrial effort. And then tag MNT, Montenegro. You get off of this bullcrap and get on industrial effort. Tag Yug. You are on industry construction effort, which is great. And we're going to go over and do a dissolved Croatia. That will get rid of another one of our debuffs, which is great. We're also going to go over here and we're going to save. Because that's what we do. Now, we won't have a coastline, so we don't need to worry about that. But this will be interesting. Base strike. That's going to also allow us to go for naval reform. So more XP gain. Only fleet and being. Okay. Refitting. Fleet and being. Research speed. Trade interdiction. Base strike, aircraft carrier research speed, carrier design cost, naval research speed, ship recovery rate. That one is anything. Mine research. Okay. None of these just give you bonuses. Also, here's what we've done. We've gotten our full officer corps. We've also done this one that has allowed us to get Naval Doctrine up and running fairly quickly. And we got 50 air experience, and we immediately put it into this, which is going to give us even more naval or air experience. Sorry, not naval. All right, we have done our focus. The only one that isn't doing a correct focus this time is Montenegro. They're going for political effort. Everyone else is either naval effort, armament effort, or construction effort. So tag MNT. We're going to switch you over to naval effort to get it out of the way. Tag YUG. You go. And then we're going to go over here, protect Bosnia, divide Bosnia. We're also going to save it here. We got 150 political power. We have solved our political power problems. So we're going to go for this guy immediately. Okay, we have divided Bosnia. We have some mills that we can assign, so we're going to assign them. We're going to go for this one. And we're also going to fix this because that annoys me immediately whenever I go into it. And now we're going to spy on our little puppets. Okay, Herzegovina. T debug. Her HRZ. Dalmatia. Going for army effort, I see. Armament, construction, industrial effort, construction effort 2, armament effort, okay? So, tag HRZ, useless focus, useful focus, tag DO4, useless focus, useful focus, tag Yug. Alrighty then. Alright, and the last one is here, so we're immediately going to go over to industrialization program. And we're going to check on our newest puppets. Aviation, industrial effort, okay. Tag DO5. Industrial effort, please. Tag Yug. Is everyone else doing... Okay, no one else has done... Alright. Tag... No need to tag anymore. Alright. This is where it gets tricky. This is where it gets tricky. Very tricky. Here we go. At this point, I must keep an eye on my focus. And every time it hits 35 days, I have to go through and make sure that all of my puppets are doing the correct focuses. Construction, armament, Kosovo. Cool. Industrial, alright. Armament, double check. Awesome, awesome. Okay, we're going to save that, and we're going to continue. Okay! I feel like I'm starting a new entire video now, because I just went down a massive air rabbit hole. Essentially, I wanted to know what the difference between having air supremacy and air efficiency was. And oh boy, I found out. Okay, so first of all, I did this because I mean we've got all of these resources. We've got a crap ton of aluminum. And we can invest ourselves in synthetic resources to get a whole bunch of rubber. Gosh darn it. Stupid alarms. Alright. So, we're going to have... We're probably going to have an air game. Now, whether we join the Allies or the Axis, I do not know. Um, at one point I was thinking let's join the Axis, but I don't feel like that would be a great game. So perhaps joining the Allies would be a better game. Um, a tougher game. So we're going to see. We're going to have a good think about it, but for now, we have doctrine to select. Now, we have battlefield support, strategic destruction, operational integrity. Now, what are the important numbers here? Excuse me. Well, battlefield support, we get fighter detection. What the hell is fighter detection? Well, detection is the second layer of detection is this. After mission efficiency, detection is the second thing that determines how many planes are able to enter the battle. So, let's start with mission efficiency here. So, if we are using fighters to do air superiority mission in our own airspace, we have enough range, we will have a decent air efficiency. So let's say we have a full 2,000 fighters in this airbase. What happens? Well, we have 2,000 fighters, and the amount of fighters we can actually put onto the mission, because they're on mission, but they're not actually on mission. It's a bit confusing here. So you put them on air superiority mission, but not all of them get to go on the mission due to things like rain and other modifiers that affect the efficiency. And the efficiency is essentially the sortie time. How often can these guys get into the air and how quickly? Because if you are sortying thousands of planes at a time, if any inefficiencies happen, you're going to be left with a few planes that cannot catch up to the... So... Alright, this is going to have to go into explaining how sorties work in Hoi 4. So sorties go in, I think it's like every 4 hours. It might be every 6 hours. And night has a effect on it. You can't sortie at night or something like that. Or you have to sortie twice as... Sortie time is twice as much. I don't remember. Night has an effect on it though. So you're sortying that's unimportant for this. You're sortying every, let's say, 4 hours. Planes are going up in waves. So from the first plane that's taking off from the airfield to the last plane, they all have to circle overhead and then gather up. If it's too long and they're circling overhead for too long, then they're not going to get anything done by the time they have to land and then resortie. Because they're going to run out of fuel at some point. So air efficiency determines how many of those planes get up as efficiently as possible so that they can go out and they can scout and cover the air region and go into battles and whatever. Detection determines how many of those that have been able to get up into the air due to your efficiency, go into battle. So not all the plane, if you have 100% efficiency, not all your planes will make it into battle even still if you have poor air detection. So let's say we're going up against Italy and they have 4,000 planes. We'll say Germany and Italy. They have 4,000 planes and they're putting, we'll say the entirety of the Axis. 4,000 planes, and they're putting up planes from this airfield, from, there's definitely airfields in this region, from the Eastern Balkans, and we won't say from Greece, but we will say from Central Albania, and then planes from all across Italy on their northern side. Now, these planes, AI is AI, they're going to have like a range of maybe this much from this airfield to this airfield, and it's going to cover like this much. So they're not going to have full air efficiency over the Western Balkans here. We will, because we'll have great range. And we'll be able to cover our entire thing from our central Serbian airbase. Or our central Bosnian airbase. And we'll be able to deploy all sorts of fighters, and we'll be able to have full air efficiency. What that means is that it will be all down to our air detection. Now, what determines air detection? Well, we just saw that doctrines affect air detection, but planes also affect air detection. You can get a maximum air detection from planes of 80%. Obviously, radars affect detection up to 15%, and those two are capped out at that. You can also get it with this fighter detection plus 10%. And then you can get a further 60% from battlefield support, fighter aircraft, I think it's the Knights, a medium aircraft doctrine, and a heavy aircraft doctrine. They all combine to equal 65%. So, how does that work? What do you want to be doing with that? So, if you have 100, first of all, if you have 100 detections, let's say you have 4,000 planes, they're all up over the Western Balkans. They all have good range to reach the entire place. They have amazing air efficiency, even when it's raining, because you have all sorts of bonuses from your doctrine. You're able to get 80% air detection, and you're able to use centralized control to get that up to, like, I think this is multiplicative instead of additive. So 10% of 80% or something like that. Maybe it is just a flat 10% bonus. I don't know. But you select battlefield support, and then you get the 65%. And then you research radar, and now you have another 15% on top of that. Well, that's a 160% bonus right there to air detection, and you do not need that much. 100% is 100%. Unlike with aircraft carriers, you cannot go over that limit and get bonuses. So, fighter detection. Okay, well, assuming we have enough fighters to get 80% detection, we don't really need a bunch of fighter detection. So, what we really want to focus on is efficiency which we will get with range. That will enable us to get all 4,000 of our fighters up in each sortie. The hypothetical 4,000 fighters. And the air detection will come with time. And what do I mean by that? Well, 4,000, we get 80%, and then we do all sorts of doctrines. So, let's say we don't really want fighter detection, and what we instead want is something else, like air superiority. What does air superiority do? Well, and then of course we get, oh, that's air support mission efficiency. So, air superiority. Well, let's look at this one, because we also get 15% air superiority right here as well. Strategic bombing, escort efficiency, strategic bombing, interception, naval mission, bomber. Okay, let's look at this one. Air superiority mission efficiency. If we have bad weather, that will help us, because bad weather will put a negative on it, and then we'll have a positive from mission efficiency. And that's also something worth considering with this, because night and bad weather also affect this. So perhaps, what time is it? Fog of War, day-night cycle. Okay, so it is night. Detection total reduction reduced by a factor of 1. Because it is night. Okay, let's play it. Okay, it doesn't look like we're going to get any information without planes up, and I just sold all of my planes, so whoopsie, good luck, I guess. We're about to finish that. Yeah, so maybe going for a full detection and full superiority mission efficiency build is good, is great, perhaps. But there are other bonuses to consider, and it's not all lining up. So let's go ahead and go for strategic destruction. We'll get better fighter agility with both fighters and heavy fighters. But more importantly, later on, we will get air superiority plus 15%. Just like we will with battlefield support. So we're buffing our fighters directly. Now we go over here to fighter aircraft aerospace dominance. This gives us fighter detection and air superiority mission efficiency. It also buffs our standard fighters in like all aspects. So you would think, oh, this is great, let's go for this one. But look at this one. Fighter range, air superiority mission efficiency as well. So we get the same bonus here, which means that mission efficiency is going to be great even if we go into night operations or bad weather. On top of that, we get reductions in our penalty of night operations and bad weather for this one. We get better escort efficiency and air accidents chance. On top of that, we also get air power projection factor plus 10%, which is great. Because what does air power projection factor do? Well, we just talked about this, right? Air superiority. What does that do? Air superiority is a debuff on your enemy. It affects their movement, their attack, and their defense. And it can go all the way up to like, well, let's see. Air superiority. Air support, strategic bombing, air superiority, operational integrity, ace effectiveness. We can't get it here, so this is our best one. Obviously, we can't select it right now. And then we can also get air superiority. Not mission efficiency, just straight air superiority. Those are two different stats here. Air support, night operations, ace generation, sortie efficiency, air superiority, mission efficiency. Okay, so it's not in here, but we can go over here, and these two give us some air superiority. So that's 15 here, plus 5 here, that's 20, plus fighter detection, plus air superiority here, right? Yes, plus 10%, so that's 30. Plus detection, another 5%. So that is 35%. So you can get a 65% bonus, or rather debuff to the enemy, for 65% debuff to the enemy's attack, defense, and speed. That is quite frankly insane. Now how do you get that? Well, it depends on your air superiority. How do you get air superiority? Well, it's not this. There is a stat that you cannot see here. Air power projection. Air power projection is your ability to project your air power throughout the entire region. Meaning, you have fighters absolutely everywhere. If they're not absolutely everywhere, then they're doing a little bit here, a little bit there. You're not getting the full 35 or the full 65% bonus or their debuff to their attack. The enemy is not getting the full 65% debuff to their attack, defense, and speed. Because you're not able to constantly barrage them with air superiority and air dominance. And this air power projection helps with that. As well as, well, any other air power projection that you might find in here. So that's why that is important. You can do a lot with just fighters. it's crazy the amount that you can do with just fighters. So we're gonna be doing that. We're gonna be. I mean, I suppose we don't have to research this because we only have to do the defense, but that's where Axis versus Allies and joining up with them, joining up with either or comes in. If we're going to be going up against the Axis, then that means that we're going to have to be sitting here and defending ourselves for quite a while, which means that gaining air dominance in our small region is going to be very strategically important. And we don't really need to, or rather, we shouldn't develop anything past that point. Which means, and that is the whole, that is the whole range versus stats question comes into play. So extra fuel tanks, this light machine gun, cannon, another extra fuel tank. Okay. Boom. Alright, so we have our basic fighter. Okay, so what do we decide? Well, what's the range? Okay, is drop tanks enough? In which case we can go for this. And we can do this. That gives us 687 range. Well, I don't really think that that's enough. We could probably go for extra fuel tanks, which will give us 1000 km range, which is probably a little bit too much. Or we can go for something like this and then armor plates. We don't have armor plates just yet. Actually, I think armor plates comes a lot later. Yeah, with this one. So we don't have that yet, which means we have to go with the light MG. So this is probably more of a reasonable fighter here. Agility, wait, okay. We get much air detect for not much cost and agility. And we have decent range. Our air defense is also at its maximum because we can't use any of the other things like where is it? Like self-sealing fuel tanks or armor plates. So that's probably going to be our plane, and we can get that into production right now. Getting it into production right now will help us a little bit here when we need it. Boom. Subject. No tungsten subjects? Apparently not. Okay. Steel subjects. Just this one. Okay. And then we can just purchase from France for now. That gives us 2 per month. Alright. Take that off. Industrialization program done. We go to the mining industry. And then we check our guys here. We only got 2 armament effort and armament effort. Everyone else is good. Okay. Save game. Alright, we've got 1 fighter out, and this is its range. Let's take it, place it here. And there we go. Now we have a bit better coverage. Still not the best here, which is concerning. Perhaps if we get an air base down in Mustar, we can get this going a bit faster. Or a bit better, rather. So we're probably going to need a bit more range. Unless, because remember, we have this doctrine and others that change our range. This changes our agility directly. This changes our range. We also have fighter designers here that can change our range as well. Naval attack, ground attack, naval attack, air attack. Where's this one? Max speed, agility. Ground attack, agility, air attack. Ground attack, air defense. Range. Okay, so I guess we can only ever get like 5% extra range. Speed, agility, speed, agility, speed, agility, range. So that's 5. No. 10. Yeah, 10. No matter what. Yep, just 10% extra range. Max speed, agility, production, funds gain, cap, need, reliability. Alright, none of those affect it. Aside from that, we have this, which is the medium, and this. Okay, so it's just Icarus then. Alrighty. Can't switch out focus right now because we were too stupid, so it's just down to this extra fighter range. And then we can either do this one or this one. Ace generation chance, air defense. Air defense will, that's only on close air support though. Okay. Air superiority. Where's the other air superiority? There was another one, I swear. Air support. Air accidents. Bad weather. Range. Ace. Air accidents. Ace. Ace generation. Air mission. Close air. So it's just this one that gives us the superiority. Okay then. Port strikes. Torpedo swarm tactics. Okay then. Just flying artillery then. Air support, close air support, organization damage, ground support, ground attack. Alright. Cool. And now we can also go over into here. Boom. And boom. And that will give us the range we desire. Oh, you know what? We don't need... We will have enough range with everything else that we're going to be doing here. So we don't need that. We can just do that and then that. And cool. Okay, and this is now our range, which is perfect. We'll transfer it there. Okay, so we're going to need to operate from that air base then, the Bosnia air base, and hopefully we can also use the Herzegovina air base as well. But that's perfect. That is perfect. Let's have you training only during day and train to level max. Alright. Next, we're going to go over to modernize the Air Force, get our Icarus here, so we can start getting that up and using it. This guy, not entirely sure what we're going to do with him. But we have an airfield now, so let's move them here and see what that... Ooh. Perfect. Look at that. Efficiency, rain. Cool. Coverage, airbase capacity, and supply. Yeah, supply is going to have an issue there. Cool. Alright. There we go. Perfect. So, the magic number for us is 700. 700. Cool. Alright, construction effort, aircraft construction, and improved machine tools are all done. Now, what are we going to do here? Well, we can do this, and this, and then this. And we can go over and do something else in the meantime. AKA this and this. Oh, whoops. Idiot be idioting. There we go. have to wait. Alright, here we go. We can do it. We have the air XP. Medium range escort. And now we have even greater range. Am I right? Fighter range plus 10%. Okay. Right. These guys. Armament effort. Armament effort. Infrastructure. Armament. Flexible. I'm an idiot. Army effort. Oh no. Oh dear. Dear freaking Lord. Okay. My fault. My fault. I could go back, but I don't think that is needed because these guys need to finish. And anything over here, which was released at essentially the same time, is they're gonna be on track. It's gonna be on track. It'll be fine. As for this, there we go, and then we move you here. Perfect. And then we move you here. Okay, not so perfect. Cool. We do this and dang, storm. Real freaking stormy. Is it ever going to clear up? We ever gonna be able to see our magnificent number? Jeez, how long does this freaking last? It's been several days now. The hell is this freak storm? When do storms There we go. Full air mission efficiency. Great. Freaking awesome. Wow. They immediately get back on track like good little boys. Wow. Assholes. Frickin' assholes. Well then. I didn't know Romania could support the rearmament of Hungary. Sure. I'm American. I believe in everyone's right to arm themselves. Well, I shouldn't say that. I shouldn't say that. I don't. I support the individual's right to arm themselves, but I don't support nation's right to arm themselves. If I said a nation's right to arm themselves, then I would have to say that some countries should get nukes. And that's clearly not something that should happen. Let's see. Cool. Alright, we are on our way to the United Kingdom, and everyone is currently getting their last 2 levels of air bases. 70% retreat speed after initial stage. This is 10. This is 15. This will be 25. This will be 20. 20, 25, 45, 60, and then this is 70. Absolutely amazing. That fleet is getting the hell away. Alright, and we have united the kingdoms. Finally. We're gonna get some Serbian steel. We've got a bunch of divisions here. What are there? Let's do this and then separate them all out. Excuse me. And now we are severely overloaded on factories. Hooray! Which means we have to go down to civilian, and we're still in the red. But that's okay, because we have a 1936 German industry 3 years later. We also can do a little something here. Let's take a look at the Dubrovnik. Boom, boom, boom. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. Alright. Oh. Light engine. There we go. And then show outdated. Let's. Oh. Okay, I see. I see. Torpedo tubes, no submarine thing. Okay. Historical submarines. This will be the Milesan class. Mal Isan class. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Let's order 5, 4, 4, 4, and 4. And then this one. And another. Boom, boom. This is my design, right? Yes. Okay. Good. Good. Now, let's see. 6. 5. 6, 7, 8. France, give. Thank you. Okay, there we go. That's done. Ooh. Ooh. Good job, puppet. Okay. Get rid of that. We got this. Get rid of that. Okay. Okay. Oh, whoops. Yeah, let's get going then. And Germany is now steamrolling the Benelux. So, bit of an update. We are building up massive fuel reserves. We can't sustain any larger of an industry, so we're kind of stuck with the industry that we have. And I mean, look at that. Our manpower is nothing. So we're kind of in the deep end here. Two, one. Third war on Belgium. Belgium drive the Axis. Manpower. There we go. We very much need that manpower. Democratic Reformer. Do we get any manpower from any of these guys? We got plenty of political power, so we'll do him. See if that does anything for us. Okay, so which armor doctrine would we like then? Also, boom, boom, there we go. Light tank, max speed, breakthrough, soft attack. Medium tank. Tank destroyers. Tank and armor variants piercing. Mobile defense, armored cavalry, armored infantry support, breakthrough. And we'll do this one. It doesn't really matter which one we go for at this point. We have got a fully trained Air Force here. And we are getting more fighters as time goes on. Ooh. What's going on there? Okay. I see. Treaty of Helsinki. Right, okay, so we're going to... The next thing we are going to need is... Ooh. That's just not worth having in our fleet. Our fleet is supposed to be fast. We'd be better off recovering the manpower from it. That way we can deploy more things. And more things. And even more things. Until all the things are here. Alright, that's finished. We need... we got it with that. Alright, cool. That means we can... update the submarine model here. Boom. Boom. No clue what those names are. They might just be normal people names. But we're going to call this the Nice class. There we go. Bruce at the bottom. That's 15. Four. No, not four. 3. 7. Okay, and what? Yes. We got to get the larger airframe up. Alright, and we now have the improved small airframe. We can move on to the engine now, but we're going to have to design the plane. Because we are quickly running out of space for the originals, and this is getting ridiculous. So what we're going to do, we're going to do that. We're going to do that, and let's see. What range do these guys have? 750. And then these guys will just have 715 straight out of the gate, which is cool. Improve small airframes, Icarus, unsafe change it. Okay. That's going to be a lot more than it implies right there, because of the other things that we have. There we go. Boom, boom. that into production. One versus what did 1 and 1, so why are we so low? Okay. Here we go. Okay. That takes care of that. IMRO is back. Frick the IMRO. Great. Support equipment. Support equipment. We need support equipment then. Let's get that into production. Will all be extra planes. We won't need them no more. Boom, 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 boom. There we go. Okay. Cool. Cool, 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 cool. MRO. Stupid motherfuckers. Alright. Oh, no, 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 no. We need this on the Icarus. And then... Dang it. Oh, central management is done. Let's get those. Okay, we got some time there, which means we can grab this. Perfect, perfect. I would love to get some tanks out, but I can't. I can't. Sucks. Alright. Japan is declaring war on the Dutch East Indies. So that's happening. We are still not being declared war on. Bit awkward. Haven't been recording in a good while. Greece is holding on real nicely down there in Greece. I don't know what you would call this panhandle there. We can finally persecute the IMRO. Field hospitals and logistics company, mechanized models. Yikes. Okay. We do not have enough steel for all of this. Absolutely do not. We have got a massive fuel stockpile. Excavation. Let's go over here. Do this. And then we'll do something else next. We're going to continue going down this line, but the radio here I'm going to switch over and use for this. We're going to, we need more research slots. This is ridiculous. These will help us have better aim and all sorts of good stuff. They'll make us more survivable. And we've got to use these things smartly. I'm going to have to go over here before I get that research bonus for the small arms and support. I really... Armored technology, tank conversions. Mountain brigades. Engineers technology. Okay, reconnaissance company. Airborne technology. Land doctrine. Ooh. Ooh. Mastery. Operations and infantry tracks, artillery and combat support tracks. And okay, this one is going to be much better. Towed artillery. Ooh, production cost. Kingdom of You will now be award the Medal of Extreme Bravery to field commanders. Alrighty. Interesting. Recon Rangers. Yeah, we'll do that one. Did we ever... We did not. Shit. Alright. We're gonna have to do that. That's pretty much it for this update. Germany hasn't declared war on us. They have declared war on the Soviet Union. We're pretty much just waiting. One of the following must be true. At least 9 infantry divisions in Macedonia. Okay. What gives them the right? Okay, yeah, there we go. That's... It cancels. Cool. That makes a buttload of sense. We'll take those guys, and then we'll take the rest of them. On this order, and we'll take 6, 7, 8, 9. We'll put them on this order. 2, 3, 4, 5. Boom. The rest of you can go there. Alright. No, Italy, you cannot have military access. Yeah, that's pretty much it for this update. I'll see you when something interesting happens. Okay. So, Axis is losing. I've got a decent army now, and I've got half decent navy. What if I went and told the Axis, hey, give us a Zara and we'll become a member. Should we do that? I think that'll be funny. I think that'll be very funny. Let's do it. Yeah, we're getting there on our doctrine here. This'll be interesting as we go along here. This will be very interesting. This is the other thing that we have up our sleeve. Decent plane production. This is going to be very interesting to see this happen. Whoa! What is that? China just kicked Japan the hell out. Okay. This ought to be interesting. Very, very, very interesting. I'm catching up on military equipment here. Getting all the research out of the way and shit. This is going to be the battle for the ages here. The United Kingdom objects! This decision to sign the Tripartite Pact has been deeply controversial, both inside and outside of our nation, and has thrown the legitimacy of Prince Paul's right to act as regent for King Peter II, or if even such a regency is necessary. A group of officers from the Royal Yugoslav Army have declared Peter II of age, and with British support have marched on Belgrade and demanded the immediate removal of Prince Paul from power. We have no choice but to accept. German Reich gains annex war goal against Yugoslavia. Northern Slovenia claim gained by the German Reich. Yugoslavia completes focus end the regency. To arms! Remove King Peter, which grants stability plus 10%. Remove anti-German... Remove anti-German military... anti-German military, which grants ideology drift of defense. The Democratic supporters start a civil war. Politics will change. Regency Council becomes the ruling party. Public elections will not be held. Okay. We're going to save this. Because I tested this before. Prince Paul, or sorry, Peter II is fucked up. Yeah, underage monarch. So that happens. Zara for Access member. Whoa. Yeah, and this means that we will attempt to join faction of our royal marriage partner in the event that our partner is Princess Alexandria. We will attempt to join the Allies. The as far I looked this up, as far as I can tell, either maybe it's August of 1943. Maybe it's September of 1943. Maybe it's no September of 1941. Maybe it's what the focus freaking says and it's 1938. I don't know. I have no gosh darn clue when that leader trait that Prince Peter II gets is supposed to go the hell away. But it's supposed to go the hell away. And apparently this has been glitched. And it has not gone away since the last time Yugoslavia got its rework. So this means that I am blocked out of the rest of my little tree here. So we're gonna go back on to our save. And this is going to cause us to go into civil war. Oh. Oh shit. Oh shit. Quickly, quickly. Get them, get them. Fuck them up. Kill them. Disgrace them. We don't have any of our good divisions. This is perfect. Offensive doctrine. Stop training. Aggressive. And get to the front immediately. Montenegro. Whoa. No, 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 no. Don't be idiots. Do what I tell you to. Go to the places I want you to go. Which is this line right here. He took a little bit more than half my dang army. This is, yikes. How's the air war doing? They have 1,000 planes up, but they're not fighting me. I don't get it. Oh, we got the entire Navy, eh? Cool. We got planning bonus. Let's get it. And boom. Let's go. Go, 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 go. What can we do here? Not much, I see. Okay. That means we must wait for Access membership then. This is crazy. The only thing that I can do is contain them right now. Okay. Zara for the Axis membership. Prince Paul becomes leader for the fascist party. Collaborator King. Political power gain plus 10%. Daily fascism support. Plus... Okay, acceptance of fascist diplomacy. Fascist party will now be called Space Stability. Enforce Yugoslav neutrality. Royal Alliance. Yugoslavia claims Central Macedonia. Sofia de Brugia, Burgos, and 2 others. Sofia de Brugia. Okay then. Cool. I guess that's like the entirety of them. Italy! You asshole! You fucking asshole! Okay then. Alright, Strike Force Patrol Convoy rating. Let's do it. Hello, mouse? Thank you. Patrol, Strip Patrol. In that sea zone, please. Let's... Alright. No CVs, no BBs. Super heavy battleships, no battleships. No battle cruisers. Everything else we can take. Ooh, our fuel reserves are low. This was a massive mistake. Germany, alright, yep. The fuck? Leaves the Allies, joins the... Oh my god! This is so fucked up. Okay. I've been playing this for too long. Unfortunately, this is just going to be the end. I don't know what the hell happened here. We completed the focus, and then Italy just said, oh, we get that decision? Nah, I think we want to declare war instead. I mean, we can't go back here. August, can we go back even further? September, October, November, December, August, September, October. So this is as far back as we can actually go. Ah, shoot. I saved it. Motherfucker. Alright. So what we can do is this. That ends this focus. Great. Okay, boom. We don't get access to any of the other focuses because Prince Paul will never be of age. And then we continue on as we were. Forever pairing and pairing and pairing and pairing even more into infinity and beyond. Now Germany and Italy have war goals on me. Hooray! Hungary wants in on the action now. Dear Lord, come on people, there's only a little bit of me here. Take some turns, please. We will not support their delusions. And there we go. Italy declares war on us anyway. I want every plane up. do battle and win me the day. Woo, alright. It would have been funnier if we were to have joined the Axis, but what shall not be, I suppose. Convoy raiding everywhere we can reach. And then you, I want on patrol in those sea zones. Run the hell away if you see anything larger than yourself. Wants our help in their war. Sure. Non-aggression. Non-aggression, non-aggression, non-aggression. Cool. Excuse me. How many days has it been? Oh my god. Holy crap. Look at that. Look at that. Look, they have... Wow, and we're getting aces out of the wazoo. Holy crap. Let's go. Okay, reinforce me. Cool. It's the worst bite. Nice. I love it. Goddamn idiots. Domestic industries. Move there, don't be idiots. No. Convoys. Ships. Nope. Alright. The Yugoslavian Air Force reigns supreme. Hopefully we reign supreme for long enough. Hopefully. And so it solidifies. The conflict solidifies into a pure air conflict. I love it. Destroying the Axis, destroying the Allies, it doesn't really matter. It's freaking awesome. Oh. Oh, dang. Okay. We're not trading very favorably right now. The weather... Ah, and there we go. The weather serves them more than it serves us. Ace pilot after ace pilot after ace pilot after ace pilot. Holy crap. Aircraft detection total. From controlled territory, radars in range. Active airplanes in region, 80%. 80%. Okay, so yeah, we're still trading. What is this, 2-1 at this point? This is crazy. Our air power, yeah, you see that? The air superiority, and then below that, air superiority is at the very top of that tooltip, and then our power 6847.1. That is the thing that is affected by this. That's air power projection. Excuse me. I am chewing away at the entire Axis Air Force, and it is glorious. Fighters. Aerocobra. Fighter. Jeez. Like, oh, you got losses? Here you go! Oh, we are trading more than 2-1. Over the course of the past couple of days, it has been 2-1. Well, 2 to like 0.9. Holy shit. Ooh, and our losses just keep going down and down and down and down and down even further. Wow. Merge the air wings. What? We've got unassigned aces? Let's get rid of 3. And even 1,000. That. Whoops. Let's get all of our aces on the better fighters. of that. And we'll also get rid of that. Even 15. Move over there. Have fun over there. And then you guys can merge yourselves. And one, no, not. Let's take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That'll be 16. 17, 18, 19, 20. Boom. There we go. Unassigned. Assign you. Any more rats? There you go. And what about you guys? Okay, you guys are fine. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. What? Okay, there we go. That fixed it. They all have aces attached to them. Alright. What do we got here? Ooh, we sank some destroyers. Some convoys. More convoys. Now it's just all about the air war. Yugoslavia, Argentina, Brazil, Chile, the Imperial States of Iran, the UK, the Netherlands, the Polish Republic, Dominion of Australia, Dominion of Canada, South Africa, the United States, and the British Raj. The United States blocks oil shipments to Venezuela? Yeah, Venezuela. Shot down. Our latest mission over was a great success. Promoted. Wow. The trades are not looking good for them anymore. Air bases? Maybe? Ooh. They're trying an all-out offensive now? That ain't gonna work, Germany. What are you going on about, huh? What do you think's gonna happen here? this just makes it a perfect time for me to try my best to push you out of some of my territory. Welcome, Boone! Ace pilot promoted! Ooh boy! And now the front shall be covered. D-Day has happened. Okay. The allies are falling quite hard now. Their air force is a shambles of what it once was. It's an embarrassment now. Wow. The losses versus the losses it's insane. Absolutely insane. We got a whole bunch of unassigned guys. They can't even... Oh, wow. Okay. Can't do it yet, we don't have the technology. Whoops. We absolutely chewed them apart. Holy crap. Alright. Do we have enough people on the front line? I think we do. Let's actually do something in this war, shall we? let's take out Budapest here. Everyone move. One of our subs has been. The Italian fleet is out. Are we done moving yet? Come on, get in there. Ace pilot promoted. Hello? Allies? Get in position, please. Let's start pushing now. Boom. Damn. Ah! And so we begin the push of our lives. Oh god. We're getting more mills. More mills. Okay. Eight. 7. Folks, get out of there. Thank you. Fall of Budapest. There we go. Definitely scavenger. Mussolini deposed. Success. Success! Ooh. Greater Hungary capped. And the Allies can have Germany. I'll stay over here with my precious little, Ooh. I'll stay over here in my precious little Balkans. Awesome, we get airbase access. Holy shit. This is all just battle plan. Oh, dear Lord. We have nothing left, folks. Nothing left. The hell? Capped to Romania. You gotta be kidding me. I can't even ask for territory. Cause we're not all on the same frickin' team. High risk. You can face off against battleships too. Let's allow you to do that. We're just pounding straight into Sofia, huh? This is absolute insanity. Like, how? How do you end up doing this? We're in a position where we are... It's gotta be air dominance, right? Legionary Bulgaria caps. Paris is finally liberated. Poppity pop 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 pop. There we go. Now. What say we actually get in on this Germany action, shall we? There we go. we cap everyone. Let's finish this up. Take all our claims. We are now a very big Yugoslavia. Alright. I'm tired. This is now very definitely the end of the video. Have a nice day, everyone.